One hot take about every single Premier League team going into the new season. Arsenal. I think Arsenal could win the Champions League this season. I think they've got one of the best squads in the entirety of Europe. I think they've got one of the best managers in the entirety of Europe. I really don't know what's holding them back. Aston Villa. At some point this season, Unai Emery might get sacked. Now, it would have to go horribly wrong for this to happen. But of course, this is a hot take. But with the amount of players Villa are losing, Konza, Tielemans, Watkins might be on his way out. Digne's gone. If they end up getting knocked out of the Champions League early, languish around 14th spot, they could be toast. Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth could be in a genuine relegation fight come the end of the season. I don't think they'll go down, but being in a relegation fight after finishing 6th would be quite a hot take. Brentford. From one end of the table with Bournemouth to the other, I think Brentford could make an outside run at the top 5 this season. Look, these takes are meant to be hot. That's a hot one. Brentford genuinely have all the hallmarks. They're a brilliant football club, well-run football club, brilliant manager, brilliant players. Igor Thiago will still score goals. Why not? Brighton. Brighton might not even make the Conference League proper. They've been unfortunate enough to be drawn against Tromso in the qualifying rounds. I'm just saying they're going to find it tough. Chelsea. Chelsea could win the Premier League this coming season. They got one of the best managers in the league. They got one of the best players in the league. And they don't have Europe. All their focus is on the league. Coventry. But all my takes about Coventry have already been pretty hot this season. So I had to think of something extra hot. So I thought, why not? We could end up having one of the best home records in the league this season. Crystal Palace. I actually think Crystal Palace are going to win the Europa League this season. I think they go back to back. FA Cup, Conference League, Europa League, Champions League, 4P. Everton. Now, I can hold my hands up and say I've been extremely harsh about Everton in the build-up for this season. So I decided to make my hot take something positive about Everton. The same way I think their flaw is relegation. I think they're that unpredictable. I think Everton fans would admit that themselves. There's a chance that they could even scrape into Europe. You just really don't know which Everton you're going to get before the season starts. Fulham. I think there's a world where Garcia challenges Haaland for the Golden Boot. He just has to absolutely hit the ground running. Hull. I think Hull could stay up. I think there's a genuine world where Hull stay up. I think I'm the only person on TikTok that isn't a Hull fan that has said Hull have a chance at staying up. The football they play is absolutely horrible. That could suit this Premier League. Ipswich. I think there's a world where Ipswich are closer in points to the European spots than the relegation spots. I think they've just had such an underrated transfer window. Leeds. I think Leeds are going to finish in the European spaces this season. Liverpool. I think Liverpool might score the most goals in the entire league. Manchester City. There's a world where it goes completely belly up under Maresca and Man City finish outside of the Champions League spaces. No Rodri, no